The bottom line is that franchises are very popular in the entrepreneurial world when people are looking for a business to purchase that will deliver replicable profitability slash income for the person that's investing in said business, right? And the reason why these things are so popular is because there is a set formula, right? There's a marketing formula, there's an operational formula, there's somebody that's going to help you with demographics and tell you where to put it. They tell you exactly how to design it. They tell you exactly how much you can charge. They tell you exactly how much is coming back to the mothership. Everything is basically preset. You write a check, and then there's a certain number of things that you have to do from their binder slash cookbook in order to run this franchise, right? So there's very little autonomy, actually zero autonomy, and there is very little need for creativity. The creativity and the autonomy has been done by the founders, and you are purchasing their operating system, right? And if you read the book E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber, he talks about the franchise prototype. Whether or not you ever want to franchise your business, you should try to create, and we call it a flagship practice. You want to create, in his words, a franchise prototype of your business that could be replicable 5,000 times, right? And what you're trying to do is create this airtight operating system in order to make things a lot more predictable and be able to run without your constant presence, right? It's funny because people talk about dentistry as one of, and attorneys as well, law is the same way, plastic surgeons, dermatology. They talk about these industries that are extremely highly paid, but the vast majority of people never get past the hours for dollars phenomenon, right? Mm-hmm. So a good dentist can make $500,000 a year trading just their skill set through a number of hours that's going to spit out a number as far as profitability, right? An attorney can charge $5,000 an hour, $10,000 an hour, but they're still trading hours for dollars, right? So what we would like to try to position all dentists to be able to do is to be able to do as much of that clinical stuff and trade as much of your hours for dollars as you want on the patients that you want to see and doing the types of procedures that you want to do so you're not miserable and you're not burnt out. But additionally, to have a practice that if you decided that you weren't going to do the clinical stuff and show up every single day, the business would still run without you, right? And that's what's so attractive about franchises for so many people, and the fact that, some people have, 2,000 franchises stores because it is plug and play, it's set it and forget it. If you could potentially do that, and it's much harder for dentistry because we're not flipping hamburgers here, right? It's a very human dependent business. You need people that can relate to the patient base, that have a good clinical skill set, have good chairside manner, have good ethics, see things the same way that you do philosophically. And that goes for hygiene, for dentists, for clinical assistants. So it's much more difficult in dentistry to do that than a hamburger joint or a gym or anything else out there that's a popular franchise. But there is a level of systemization that you can get to so that the business is not solely dependent on you. And that's the main goal.